Story time, the silent treatment edition. So 8 years ago after school, I met a guy. We got talking, and from there we became friends, and the friendship started advancing. We share information about ourselves, our past. I remember he told me that back in secondary school he was called the chief malice keeper. I didn't realize the magnanimity of that information until it happened to me. Looking back now, I realized that what was missing was effective communication. We're just two naive persons that didn't know how to properly communicate our feelings, properly, vocalize or express. And so then one misunderstanding or the other would arise. You did this, you didn't do this, you didn't do right. Long story cut short here, we had another episode of miscommunication. And then he called and said he's not doing it again. This happened, that happened. I honestly cannot remember every accusation right now. The naive me was already falling head over heels for this person. I was already falling in love. Nobody said me, oh, it's me that carried myself into a relationship. I mean, no doubt this person was an intelligent person. I love being around intelligent people. But emotionally, we were both the opposite. This next part of the story is what I feel so embarrassed talking about. I found myself begging for this guy to stay, not to go. Like, let us continue our friendship. It doesn't have to end that way. We can make amends. We can just be friends without necessarily being in any serious relationship. Because honestly, I didn't believe cutting off people from my life. I don't believe in burning bridges. I don't. I'm trying to do light makeup. God, how do you guys achieve this thing? So Oga finally agreed to stay home. But truthfully, I found myself doing more work than I normally would do in the so-called friendship already. I found myself doing more of the calling. He would pick, and even if he misses the call, he won't return the call. So at some point, I'm like, okay, let us try something. Wait for a few days before I call him to see if he's going to call in between the days. He wouldn't. And then when I finally call, he asked if everything's normal. Oh, how are you? I've been so busy, blah, 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 blah. On his birthday, I did all manner of mushi videos, sent in videos, can't find text messages. Oh, God. I'm shy. I was literally begging for attention. I was begging for attention. As much as I knew that the fault wasn't mine entirely, I decided to bear the brunt. I bared everything, and I just wanted us to be fine. That title, Chief Malice Keeper, he told me about, started playing out right in front of me. In fact, he was exercising it on me. I didn't realize it as at then. I was still trying to peacemaker. I honestly would have preferred he came out bluntly and said, you know what, I really don't want this thing anymore. Instead of agreeing to staying back and making amends, and then your actions were saying otherwise. I decided to stop calling to see if he's going to, try to check out and reach. After a whole week, he didn't. I called. I'll be so busy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, what's up with you? What's been happening with you? Talk. Catch up. My airtime, I called, remember, my airtime was exhausted. And I waited for him to call back. Because before he would have called back. I waited. Few minutes, no call. 1 hour, no call. 2 hours, no call.